Well, good evening. Boy, I think it's been about a year since the last time I did a video, and of course, I kind of dropped off the face of the earth. Lots going on in my life right now, personally and professionally, but um, I kind of wanted to just take a and do something a little bit different than what I've done in the past. For those of you who know me by Cue Ball, I'm Cue Ball 981, and I was starting to do some knife reviews because I do collect pocket knives, and I started my channel. I think that most of you probably remember it was Cue Ball's Cutting Corner, and then I changed it back to Cue Ball 981. So I've actually had that moniker for years and years and years, even before YouTube, believe it or not. Anyways, but for those of you who remember me from the knife community, probably many of you don't know that I'm actually into 3D printers. And about 5 years ago, I purchased a Creality Ender 3 version 2, and I used it for a few months, had some issues with it, was trying to do some upgrades, and of course, I screwed it up, and there it sat for about 4.5 years. Well, earlier this year, I decided to go ahead and get it, brush off the dust and get it back and running, which I did. Actually, I'll have to do that for another video and show you guys what some of the things I did to it. But I've actually added a couple new printers to my arsenal of printing tools. And one of them, actually both of them are from Qidi. One is the Plus 4, which came out later last year, probably around, I think, September-ish last year. So it's been about a year. And then recently, just within the last month and a half, their new Q2, which takes over for where they left off a couple years ago with the Q1. And so I have two Qidi printers, and then I have the Creality. So I don't think I'm going to be growing any more printers per se. But for now, I'm happy with what I have. And this little guy that you see in front of you is my long-awaited Qidi box. And this is the multicolor unit that Qidi has developed specifically for their Q2 printer. However, this one did take and come with the upgraded kit for the Plus 4 to convert the Plus 4 to be able to use this with it. Now, I didn't do an unboxing for this because there's so many unboxings of this particular unit that have already been done over the last few months. Many of us have been on these have been back order for many of us because Qidi decided to take some of the feedback that they were given prior to their original launch, which was only about a week, believe it or not. They decided to go ahead and postpone some of the orders or the remaining orders to go back and do some fixes. And so I wanted to show everybody what I can tell already are some improvements that they've made to version 1.2 of the Qidi box. And I apologize, my cat likes to get involved. This is a Louie, and Louie is, he's a handsome boy who knows it and will try to get on camera. So he loves the camera. All right, anyways, this is the Qidi box. And a couple of things that I like about this is the polycarbonate lid is really nice. They've smoked it out. But it's not so much to where you can't see what colors are in it. So once you have your spools loaded, it looks like you can still see the colors through it. And I apologize for the dining room lights. I usually would film this in my office, but right now it's kind of under construction, so to speak. And then they did the ABS plastic that they painted, which is actually this nice, it's more of a satin finish. I thought it was going to be more glossy. Thank goodness they didn't do that. I like the satin finish on this. This will make it nice to clean for any fingerprints or whatnot. Now it is painted, so I'm assuming that if you're not taking care of it, eventually over time it's going to scratch. I'm going to turn the box around now, and I apologize that I'm on my dining room table here, so bear with me. The back of the box doesn't look really anything different than what we've seen before. You have the 4 outlets here for each of the spools. You have the connections here to for the hub and then to your printer. And then you have the power supply, which is built into this unit. And then the on-off button, of course. Now this is the port that they put here. See if I can do this while I'm okay. What's going the wrong way? Anyways, this is to open up to release any of the moisture while this thing is drying. Because again, this does have drying capabilities. I believe it's up to 65 degrees Celsius, which is not too bad. It's better than some of the other dryers that I have currently. So it gets up a little bit hotter. It's not as well good as the Creality X-Pi 4 that I have. That gets up to 85 C, but this will make do for probably about 80% of the filaments that I print with. And then of course you can close this off to make this airtight so you can actually store filament in it. It is sealed, so I'll turn this back around here. This is a sealed lid, so that way you can store filament in this. It's going to be airtight. There we go. So yeah, all in all, it's pretty nice. Now, the one thing I did notice here is the latching lock here moves in the opposite direction of my Creality X-Pi 4. So I'm gonna have to kind of get used to that. I'm used to flipping the Creality to the right, and this one goes to the left. But let's open up the unit. So one of the things you can see here that they've done, and I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit more here. And you can see that where they have the inlets here for the filament, it used to be where this was just all plastic, and then it just had the small little stainless steel ring, and because this is made to accept some of the composite filaments such as glass fiber and carbon fiber composites, but they also included on the updated version these steel rings that go around that. So I don't know what the purpose of that is for, but we'll figure that out. So, but the biggest change that I could see from the previous version of this, and let me zoom back out here, is if we look at the bottom, this is going to make people's lives so much easier, because what they've done is they put an access panel on this. Can you believe that? They actually took some of our suggestions in the community and they put a panel on here. There's 8 screws, simple Allen head screws, and this way we can get into the box without having to take the whole thing apart to take and fix any jams or clear any jams that might occur because of broken filament. What a sigh of relief. And that was one of the first things I did when I took this thing out of the box, was turn it over to see if any changes had been made, and sure enough, there has. So for those of you who are still waiting on your box, this is good news, because this will make servicing these units so much faster and easier. So that's really awesome. I don't have this thing hooked up yet. I haven't had it hooked up yet, actually. I'm going to hook it up, and then I'll do another video kind of going through some of the ins and outs. I'm hoping that they've updated some of the firmware, because I know that Qidi had released a version of firmware for the Q2 that didn't actually work with the box. And I think that's because they were making some of the revisions to it. So hopefully they've done their work and their job by getting that ready for the new version of this box. All right. And I'm going to do another video where I actually take apart, not take it apart, but I want to take off this back panel so everybody can see, and that will come in the next video. So just FYI, but very good news for those of you who are waiting for a Qidi box, but we're concerned about, hey, I don't want to have to spend 2 hours, 3 hours taking this thing apart to clear a jam or clear a broken filament situation. The good news is that they've added this now access panel to the bottom. All right, that's it for this video. I just wanted to introduce everybody to the new and improved Qidi box. If you have any questions, feel free to post down in the comments, and we'll talk to you next video. Take care.